2014 Total Lubricants LJ Hooker Rally Xtreme Series. Round 2 is held within the country roads of the Wairarapa region, and this event is brought to you by Possum Bourne Motorsport, a company founded by the late great New Zealand rally icon Possum Bourne. His legacy continues with Possum Bourne Motorsport based in his hometown of Pukekohe. The rally is based around the Wairarapa town of Masterton. Masterton, of course, is the home of the Golden Shears competition. Uses several flying gravel roads in the areas with a total of 9 stages ranging from 6 kilometres to 33. Just recapping back to the first round at Hawke's Bay, and local driver Stuart Taylor was trying for his 3rd consecutive Hawke's Bay rally victory. The challenge from Alex Kelsey ended prematurely with electrical issues in the spectacular Peugeot.
Oh, there's a problem. He's short shifted. He's got a problem here, Jamie.
Oh, that's not a good start for Alex Kelsey. Taylor's challenge then came from Patrick Malley in the Evo 10 powered Peugeot. It was so close that after 3 stages the two were tied for overall honours. Defending Rally Xtreme champion Jeff Argyle was also in a major battle for the minors.
Three-way tie for
Stuart Taylor dug deep to take a narrow advantage over Malley. However, gearbox issues slowed the Peugeot driver.
Yeah, sequential gearboxes are great when you've got all 5 gears, but you've only got one. They're just as useless as any other gearbox, unfortunately.
This enabled Taylor to increase his lead and gave him his 3rd consecutive Hawke's Bay rally in a row, and also taking maximum points for the Rally Xtreme Series. So after the first round, Taylor leads on 93 points from Patrick Malley, Neil Marshall in 3rd, followed by Jeff Argyle, Clinton Cunningham and Graham Featherston. 4 times New Zealand Rally champion Richard Mason has strengthened the competition at the top end of the field by entering the series for this round. Also back for another go is the radical V6 Renault-powered Peugeot of Alex Kelsey, so the competition at the pointy end will be tough here at Wairarapa. The rally starts with a touring stage from the town of Pahiatua, heading southeast to the first special stage. This gives all of the competitors an opportunity to warm up their brakes as they head up to the start line. Special stage 1 is Connor Road, and this starts on gravel. We have 2 camera positions on this stage, which includes a stage split point, and by the time the competitors cross the stage finish, they would have encountered a very demanding 33 kilometres. First up is Richard Mason, and for this event he takes on the Rally Xtreme regulars. With both series using the rally as a round of their respective titles, this enables competitors like Mason to cross-enter. Rally Xtreme with a different format suits some drivers, while the New Zealand Rally Championship holds the national title. This enables competitors to choose which series or both to suit their preferences. Jeff Argyle up next, and the Total Lubricants driver struggled early on at the first round in the Hawke's Bay. This should be a different story here. Argyle knows these roads and always performs well here in Wairarapa. Next into the 33-kilometre monster stage is the informed Stuart Taylor in the well-sorted Timona warehousing Mitsubishi Evo 10. Here is Richard Mason on a road he also knows well, approaching the stage split. The split point is set up reasonably early in the stage to give us early progress. Mason split, 8:22.8. Next up is the crowd favourite, the purposeful-sounding V6-powered Peugeot MC2.
Well, it's great having these shots inside the car with this beautiful sounding noise. And with me here is Dylan Turner. And Dylan, you couldn't actually make this round?
No, sadly enough, work commitments kept me away. But gee, this car's exciting, Roger. It's so well balanced and it looks so much fun to drive.
Well, it'll be a little bit tricky to drive as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of gravel on the stages too, and that would not be helping.
On board with the series defending champion Jeff Argyle as he approaches the LJ Hooker split mark. 8:36.9, he is down on Mason. And after an outstanding debut with this car at the Hawke's Bay Rally, Patrick Malley could be another dark horse here at Wairarapa in his Mitsubishi Evo 10 powered Peugeot. Mason now in the BNT Subaru, now at our 2nd camera point just before the stage ends.
What impresses me about Richard is his lines. He's just such a great driver. Look at that, he uses all of the road.
Stage time coming up for Mason, 25.09, that's quick.
Richard, welcome to Rally Xtreme, your first time in Xtreme, 33 odd Ks.
Yeah, a good stage to start off with Rally Xtreme. We're really happy with how the car went. It was, you know, slippery in places in there, but all in all, it was a fantastic stage to start the rally with.
Stuart Taylor, now the 3rd driver at the LJ Hooker stage split. This will be interesting.
16.5 down, so he's slower than Argyle.
Neil Marshall, the next driver on the start line. Marshall is starting to get to grips with his Mitsubishi Evo 8. He's another driver who could be right in the mix again today.
And he looks like he's trying right from the get-go.
On board now with Kelsey. As he approaches the LJ Hooker stage split, can he take it to the Masons?
Well, just have a look at these roads here at Wairarapa. Dylan, you've travelled these roads quite often. What's it like early on?
It's always really slippery and there's so much gravel, and you can see Kelsey with his wheel movement.
Yes, he is struggling a bit, but what about Richard Mason's time?
Fantastic. He's class. He's a class act.
Well, moment of truth coming up shortly as he comes up towards the split. So will he be as quick as Mason? No, he's right down. Same time as Argyle, 14.1 down on Richard Mason.
Let's just take some time now. We'll stay on board with Kelsey to experience this magnificent sounding car from the inside.
Oh, there's something wrong here.
Big moment there for Kelsey.
And Dylan, did he hit something on the inside there?
Yeah, it looked like he clipped that strainer post. He was very, very lucky to hang on to it.
You did a similar thing at Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, sadly enough, we clipped the post and that was it for us.
Well, that's it for Alex Kelsey. Unfortunately, like Hawke's Bay, out early on in round 2 here at the Wairarapa. Jeff Argyle now working his way towards the stage finish.
Well, he was well down on the split. In fact, he's well down on stage time already. Oh, looks like he's had a bit of a problem here just towards the finish there, Dylan.
It looks like he went a bit wide. He was lucky to save it.
26.43.2, well down on Mason. Jeff, you're in for a bit of a battle today. Richard's done a 25.05. You've done a 26.39.
Yeah, it's just too wet and shitty in there, and yeah, we just couldn't get it to bite down into the road. And for some reason, it's got some sort of boost leak back on it. We did all the manifold gaskets, but something's back.
Nigel Adams next up on the start line. Adams will be hoping for a better run here after his early exit at round 1 in the Hawke's Bay.
Well, he's a driver that does impress me. He carries a lot of momentum in through the corners.
Yeah, he's great. Look at his car. He's got it well set up and he's really confident.
Again, he looks fast through there.
He does, nice and smooth, tidy, using all the apex.
Patrick Malley now at the LJ Hooker stage split. His time, 8.37. Down on Mason, but on par with the others. Taylor looking very fast towards the end of the stage. In his Mitsubishi Evo 10, his stage time, 26.51, 8 seconds slower than Argyle.
Stu, you're about 8 seconds down on Jeff Argyle through there.
Yeah, Cam and I are still working on our teamwork at the moment, and look, I think those road conditions don't help our car. You know, I think our heavy car suits the faster stuff, and that was very slow and very wet.
Neil Marshall now approaching the stage split in his Mitsubishi Evo 8.
Well, look at his time, exactly the same as Argyle. It's game on here.
That's a really good start for Marshall. He's going great.
Clinton Cunningham, another informed driver from the Hawke's Bay round. Cunningham and business partner Greg Rooker in his modified Mitsubishi Evo 4.
In an older car, Clinton's really carrying some good speed here. In fact, he was same pace as us at Hawke's Bay.
Up ahead on the road is Patrick Malley in the Peugeot, and he's wide.
Just lost it. He's lost it.
Oh, look at the height. That's a big impact.
Well, we've got a replay coming up, Dylan, and what happened?
He's missed his braking point. You can see he's gotten the loose, and then he's just a passenger.
And he's got pretty high as well.
High jump.
Welcome back to the Total Lubricants LJ Hooker Rally Xtreme Series, and Stage 1 continues here in the Wairarapa with Nigel Adams at the split points.
Well, 21.9 seconds down on Mason and Dylan, you'd probably expect that.
Yeah, I guess it shows the class of Richard Mason.
Now it's Wayne Pittams' turn to tackle the first stage here at Wairarapa.
Good to see Wayne Pittams back again in the Subaru after his problems at Hawke's Bay.
Back on board the RCK Contractors Mitsubishi of Clinton Cunningham as he makes his way to the LJ Hooker stage split.
And Dylan, looks like a tricky section.
Yeah, it looks like they're going through a quarry and there's lots of clay, and as a rally driver you really want to avoid that clay. It's very slippery.
LJ Hooker split time coming up for Cunningham. Exactly the same time as Nigel Adams. Neil Marshall now winding up towards the special stage end. The drivers will certainly know this rally will be tough today after this first speed test. His time 26.46.
Neil, pretty good time considering you're third fastest. You're actually ahead of Stewie Taylor by about a second.
Yeah, well, we almost got ourselves into a bit of a pickle in there a few times, but we just tried to keep it together and don't do anything too stupid.
Wayne Pittham's the last driver to reach the stage split points.
Well, it looks like the road's got worse.
Yeah, the more cars that go over it, of course, it brings up the clay and more water onto the track.
Split time 8:49.9 plus 27 seconds on Mason. Nigel Adams now in the latter part of the stage. Adams is usually a good starter, generally a good stage time from the outset.
Well, just have a look at the stage conditions here, Dylan. It looks a lot better than the quarry.
Yeah, that makes it hard to pick tyres. You know, it's so dry on the exit of that corner.
Well, coming down to the finish line here, 27:22.3.
And Roger, that's well down on Marshall.
He'll have to keep an eye on Clinton Cunningham.
Nigel, it must be tough in there because you're about 30 seconds down on Jeff.
Yeah, no, it's pretty tough going in there, real wet and slushy, especially after like 10 or 12 cars have been through before us, so it made it a bit difficult. We actually caught a car up in there too, but yeah, that's the way it goes.
Now with Clinton Cunningham, can he beat Adams, his rival in the pre-2000 four-wheel drive class?
Well, this could be the battle of the stage here, Dylan. What's going to happen? He's coming down to the finish line.
I think Clinton's going pretty good. It looks like he might have him. That's fantastic driving.
Tricky downhill section here.
Yeah, look how narrow it is, Roger. You know, there's just no room for error. Look at the ditches on the side of the road.
27:18.0. He's got Adams.
He's got him. Well done.
Wayne Pittham's now closing in on the stage ends.
Yeah, as you can see, it's just so dry. Look at even a little bit of dust there.
That's the problem in this stage. It's so changeable, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, from a slippery quarry to that beautiful grippy road. You can see he's carrying some good speed down this hill. Have a look at those ditches on the inside of the corner. You really got to be careful not to cut them.
Oh, he's just got one of them.
Yeah, that's what happens. He just hit the water table and oh dear, it's over.
That's a big crash.
Well, amazing shots here on the Pittham's onboard. Thankfully, it looks like the crew are both okay. What happened there? That was literally on the run down to the last corner.
He's just turned in a little bit early and then got that water table and then he's a passenger.
Well, he certainly braced himself for the big one. Well, that's the end of Wayne Pittham's rally, and he's probably got quite a bit of panel work to do before the next round.
Another driver caught out in stage one was Lance Williams, who put his R4 Subaru over a bank 2 kilometres from the stage finish and was forced to withdraw from the rally. And Phil Campbell has moved up to the open class in Rally Xtreme. Handling issues hampered him in stage one. However, he still managed 5th quickest through the stage. Philip Broadbent finished inside the top 10 at Hawke's Bay and was looking to carry on the momentum here at Wairarapa.
And again, Dylan, in fact, this stage has got even worse when we saw him come through the quarry there.
A lot of standing water and the stage is just getting really, really terrible.
I guess Richard Mason being one on the road, it's a big advantage, isn't it?
Definitely a big advantage. You know, you get such a better road, there's so much more grip. Each car that goes over it just brings that water up to the surface.
Broadbent has made up some time, catching Tony McConaughey, who's experiencing some early car troubles.
Well, Philip Broadbent making his way to the finish, and there we see Wayne Pittham's Heather Wise walking away from their car. Broadbent over the finish line. He pulled out of the event after this with brake issues.
After an impressive run at the first round, Graham Featherston is once again away to a good start. Featherston 6th fastest through stage one. Carl Davies is another one of the consistent drivers in Rally Xtreme, 9th fastest for the Mitsubishi Evo 8 driver in special stage one. Long-time Rally Xtreme supporter Brian Green out for another run in his Mitsubishi Evo 10, and despite clouding the bank in special stage one, Green was still 14th fastest. So the results after the first stage, Richard Mason with a handy lead already over Jeff Argyle, with Neil Marshall 3rd ahead of Stu Taylor, Phil Campbell and Graham Featherston. Checking out the other classes, Quinton Palmer 3rd behind Clinton Cunningham and Nigel Adams in pre-2000 four-wheel drive. Marcus Van Klink in his familiar RX-7, now in the open two-wheel drive category, and he is out to an early class lead. And that's over class winner from round one, Anthony Jones in his Honda-powered Ford Escort. First round club two-wheel drive winner Rick Chalmers is out in front again. The Honda Civic driver already has a big class lead. Andy Martin making his Rally Xtreme debut in his Mazda RX-3, off to a good start leading the classic section. Last year's club four-wheel drive champion Marty Smith returns to defend his title. Smith off to the best possible start leading club four-wheel drive. Not the same, though, could be said for Hawke's Bay Club four-wheel drive class winner Graham Eagles. He hit a bank early on, damaging his Subaru Legacy. So after the first stage, Clinton Cunningham, Marcus van Klink, Marty Smith, Rick Chalmers and Andy Martin lead their respective classes. After another outstanding effort on stage 1, Clinton Cunningham's Mitsubishi Evo 4 has developed a misfire and it now seems to be getting worse.
Well, this must be frustrating, Dylan. In fact, he stopped the car here.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, and Clinton's a passionate rally driver, so, you know, it's really sad for him.
Well, already a minute down because there's a car passing him through the stage, so not a good thing here for Clinton Cunningham. In fact, there's another car. Rick Chalmers has got ahead of him as we see Clinton Cunningham in the distance there, and looks like he's parking this car up.
Yeah, about 2 Ks into the stage, just down to first gear, not revving over 3,000 RPM, so I think it's ECU related.
With Richard Mason driving off into the distance with a big rally lead, the focus is now on the close battle from 2nd to 4th with the Rally Xtreme regulars. Neil Marshall now holds a narrow 2nd place after 2 stages, with Total Lubricants driver Jeff Argyle only 10 seconds behind in 3rd, while Stuart Taylor is even closer behind Argyle for that 3rd spot, under a second separate the pair. After 2 very demanding special stages, the competitors can take a breather with the surface break at the small settlement of Pongaroa. Pongaroa lies in the Tararau district, approximately 110 kilometres southwest of Hastings. The village usually has a population of about 100, however at rally time that number swells to over 500. The village also has a rally affiliation. 4-time New Zealand rally champion Bruce Herbert was once a resident here, while rally leader Richard Mason's parents are current residents in the area. The battle for the minor podium spots has been the feature so far. Neil Marshall holds the slight advantage.
Neil is close to the top. In fact, currently you're 2nd in Xtreme. You've got Jeff Argyle and Taylor breathing down your neck.
Yeah, I think there's still a little bit more in it yet. There's a fair bit in there that I wasn't pushing that hard, but at the same token, if you push too hard, you fall off, so it's a balancing act. But I think I can probably hold them out, I think. At the moment, I'm feeling confident.
Hawke's Bay rally winner Stuart Taylor also enjoying the tight battle.
But you and Jeff Argyle are now starting to get into a big battle.
Yeah, like normal, and we've got a long way to go. I found those stages really difficult. New co-driver this weekend, unfortunately Warwick couldn't make it, and yeah, it's going to take a bit of time for Cam and I to work out what I want and how he delivers it, but yeah, those stages are treacherous, they're slippery, and yeah, it's a battle.
Rallying is a sport where you can compete on different levels as your budget allows. While we see a lot of top-line expensive machinery in the sport, you can have just as much enjoyment, if not more, at club level where these cars are reasonably affordable. And you can run them on a minimal budget, as Honda driver Tyson Jemmett explains.
I bought the car, started about 3 years ago. We found it on Xtreme for $500, and it was a bit rough around the edges, but that's all we needed for the car. You know, it's very basic. The Honda Civics are very easy to work on, and parts are really available. You don't need a big budget to get into it. You can see the WRC guys, they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you know, you can build a Honda Civic for a bit over a few grand really, and then start in the events. You don't need brand new rubber. If you're into cars, come and do the Xtreme Rally Series. You can build a car for well less than 10 grand and enjoy the season, and do it on a budget, save money where you can, and you'll have a blast, and it's a great place to race.
Back to the second round of the Total Lubricants LJ Hooker Rally Xtreme Series. Over the next 3 stages, Richard Mason has further extended his rally lead. And behind him, Neil Marshall still holds on to that narrow 2nd place. That's where the battle group is forming. Stuart Taylor has now moved up into 3rd place in his Mitsubishi Evo 10. However, the tussle with Jeff Argyle is still on. The Mitsubishi Evo 8 driver is only 1.5 seconds behind Taylor.
Well, Jeff Argyle nearly clouted the bridge, and Dylan, you're sitting here, but I'll tell you what, you really want to be out there, don't you?
Yeah, I'd love to be in this tussle. I mean, look at the conditions now, Roger. It's nice and dry, the roads are looking awesome.
After a strong performance and holding down a solid 2nd place ahead of the Rally Xtreme regulars, sadly, it all went wrong for Neil Marshall in Stage 5 Homebush, where a very tricky Ford has claimed many competitors over the years. This time it claimed Neil Marshall, forcing the Mitsubishi Evo 8 driver out of the event.
Yeah, that's a shame, because Neil was really on the pace, but I don't think he'll have to wait too long to win a round. He's really starting to show some good speed.
No, we were going pretty good through the stage. We were on had reasonable pace, but when we come to that Ford, it's a 500 metres or a K back up the road. We had it with probably a little bit too much pace. I'm predicting that we probably cracked the lower control arm and then a few more corners through. It decided to actually brake, and then it ripped the axle out of the diff, and we're parked on the side of the road.
Now it's Jeff Argyle tackling the 5th stage Homebush, which comprises of some very, very fast sections. Can Argyle close that narrow gap up on Stu Taylor in here?
Well, some very fast sections in this stage, and tricky, because you probably know that, Dylan.
Yeah, of course, I just recognised that that gate there. Yeah, of course, I crashed going the other way.
Well, look at Jeff Argyle. He's on a big battle here with Stuart Taylor.
He's really got the wood up and he's going good.
Time 13:52, and that battle now for 2nd and 3rd between Argyle and Taylor.
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle today, unfortunately. We're just not getting on the pace that we should be. I can't do a lot about it right at the moment.
Now with Stuart Taylor in Homebush, he's moved up to 2nd place after Marshall's demise. However, can the Hastings driver keep Argyle at bay? And he does with a 13:43.8.
Yeah, we had the stage before this one, we had a bit of an off-road, so we had to back up and get going again, so we lost a bit of time there, but we had a nice clean run through this stage, so hopefully we're back on target.
And Nigel Adams is starting to get into the groove now as well. The Taranaki driver banging out some impressive stage times, now 4th overall after the first 5 stages. Graham Featherston lost a little time in stage 4. The Mitsubishi Evo 7 driver now drops 1 place behind Adams. However, he is only 9 seconds away from the Evo 5.
Graham running about 5th place at the moment, 5th or 6th, but boy, you've just done a really good stage time. You're quicker than Stu Taylor and Argyle through here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that felt quite comfortable through there. Yeah, no, it was all good flowing stuff, so yeah, it might have suited me.
Quentin Palmer has been impressive in the morning stages, currently 6th overall and within striking distance of both Featherston and Adams. Patrick Malley recovered after his special stage 1 mishap, 3rd quickest in stage 3 and 2nd fastest in stage 4. However, his rally ended here in the Homebush stage.
We've had a real bad run in stage 1, and then we managed to get it going and keep everything going, and then yeah, just ran out of talent, ran out of brakes, tried to use the handbrake to slow it down, and just pulled me into the corner and folded the sump guard back and did some damage to the radiator and stuff, so we thought we'd just call it a day.
Phil Campbell's Rally 2 has had its fair share of problems. His service crew were required to change the Evo 8's rear diff, this costing Campbell plenty of time.
And it looks like he's servicing outside a service park, and of course you're not allowed to do that, so he'll get a 5-minute penalty for that.
Carl Davies, once again, his ever consistent best, moving up the order, the Waihi farming contractor, now 8th overall. Kingsley Jones also back into Rally Xtreme. The Mitsubishi driver already inside the top 10, only 6 seconds behind Davies. And Dave Strong in the impressive sounding V6 Honda powered Ford Fiesta rounds off the top 10 after 5 stages. After his earlier problems and also suffering from the flu, Brian Green is in 11th place, only 3 seconds behind the screaming Ford Fiesta. After running just inside the top 20, Jonathan Walker's rally came to an end in the 4th stage, mechanical problems stopping the Mitsubishi Evo 4. So after special stage 5, Richard Mason in control of the rally ahead of Stuart Taylor and Jeff Argyle. The battle for 2nd and 3rd, very, very close. Marcus van Klink continues to dominate the open 2-wheel drive class. The Mazda RX-7 has moved up to an incredible 7th overall. Max Bailey is now chasing Van Klink hard, currently 2nd in open 2-wheel drive. Rick Chalmers still leads Club 2-wheel drive and now looks very comfortable for yet another class win. And Marty Smith has extended his Club 4-wheel drive class lead to over 2.5 minutes over fellow Subaru Legacy driver Alan Smith. And Roger Goss in his Mazda RX-3 is the only runner left in the classic section, obviously leading overall. So after special stage 5, Nigel Adams leads pre-2000 4-wheel drive, Van Klink open 2-wheel drive, Marty Smith Club 4-wheel drive, Rick Chalmers Club 2-wheel drive. The remaining crews now head for a 2nd service break, this one in Masterton, which is the biggest town in the Wairarapa region with a population of 23,000, and as we said earlier, also the home of the well-known annual Golden Shares competition.
Stuart, the real battle of the rally at the moment is between you and Jeff Argyle. The old veteran is 9.9 seconds behind you.
Yeah, look, this is familiar territory for me. I've often found myself battling Jeff in these events, and yeah, like you say, it's we're both having good wins on some stages, and we've got another 4 to go, and I'm really going to have to sort of get my mind in focus and keep in front of him.
Jeff, just spoken to Stuart Taylor, and the old Rally Xtreme battle was on because there's 9.9 seconds between both of you in some sprint stages this afternoon.
Yeah, it's going to be all on, and we've just found an issue with the car. The turbo wasn't getting its full boost, so that's fixed, so it'll be all on now. We'll see if we can catch him.
Welcome back to the Total Lubricants LJ Hooker Rally Xtreme Series. Next up is the power stage, 14 kilometres of Mangaoranga Road, starting just outside the small town of Eketahuna, then running through to the even smaller settlement of Alfredton. A very fast piece of road with a stage split point, and the feature class for the bonus cash prize is open two-wheel drive. First up on the course is young 23-year-old McRae Sloper in his Honda Civic.
Well, it's great to give these young guys a chance here, and he's really trying hard in this car, isn't he, Dylan?
He's looking really great.
Brent Taylor up next in the purpose-built Toyota FT86. This car is the rally version of the current Toyota 86s, which run throughout New Zealand's motor racing circuits with the Toyota Finance 86 Championship. Hawke's Bay Open two-wheel drive class winner Anthony Jones offer an all-out assault on this Pyro Classic Fires power stage.
And look at the grit in here, Dylan. He's really going to go for it in here, isn't he?
Is he ever? Once you get through that gravel, it looks like there's lots of grip.
Look at this big fast finish here.
McRae Sloper 926.7 on board now with Brent Taylor flying in the Toyota as he makes his way to the Pyro Classic Fires stage split.
He's absolutely on and he's flying. This thing looks good.
4:59.9. He's 6.2 seconds up. Up next is the youngest driver in the field, Max Bailey, in his Ford Fiesta R2.
What a talent this guy is, Dylan.
He's really impressed me this year. He's stepped up from obviously his car last year, and he's going great.
Anthony Jones flying towards the stage split points.
He's really up it on this thing.
4:53.2, quickest so far.
What an exciting class. It's great to see these older cars.
This is exciting stuff.
Marcus Van Klink, the last car away to the Pyro Classic Fires power stage.
Well, this is another impressive car, isn't it, Dylan?
Oh, Klinky knows how to drive that car. Look at him, he's all over the show.
He certainly is. In fact, this stage will suit him.
Back on board with Brent Taylor as he approaches the stage finish. 9:17.3, Taylor to the top of the leaderboard for the power stage.
Brent, flying through that power stage, and so far, you're the quickest.
Well, it won't last long. We had a moment in the first stage after lunch, and the car's not handling that well. My mistake, I nudged the bank. So, but the car's going good. Driver needs to go better.
Max Bailey now making his way to the stage split.
And what fantastic shots, but look at the gravel build up here, Dylan.
Yeah, and look, if you get it wrong on the outside of the road, it just saps that car of power.
Look at his split time, 18 seconds up.
That's fantastic.
Now what can Anthony Jones do? Time to beat 9:17.3. He's looking good.
He's done it.
9:08.2. What a time for the escort driver.
Anthony, you just come across that finish line. I'll tell you what, you're flying in this thing because you've done a 9:07 competitive time. You're the quickest so far.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's better than we could have expected for after bending the steering on the second stage this morning. It's been a bit of a hard day since then.
Marcus Van Klink in the powerful Group B Mazda RX-7. This stage will suit this combination.
And he's all over the road here at the moment.
He's using all of it.
Absolutely all of it. I guarantee through here he'll be trying real hard.
Split time coming up 4:49.3. He's a couple of seconds off what Bailey did.
Well, here is Max Bailey as he's flying towards this finish line.
It's just flat out to the finish, isn't it? Look at that.
Time to beat 9:08.2, 8:57.4. That's a blinder.
Yeah, no, it's quite a fast stage and everything, and there's some nice technical bits in the middle there. So I just tried to keep it all flowing and keep the momentum up, and hopefully it stays the fastest time.
So what can Marcus Van Klink do? Down to the line. He's slower, 9:05.9. Bailey wins the power stage.
Marcus, did you push through the power stage as hard as you could?
No, it's got the missus come back. So we had a miss coming into service. So stage before was all right. Now it's just come back. So we were going pretty good till the last 3Ks, but struggled through the end. So see how we go the next couple.
So a fantastic result there for Max Bailey. He takes out the $500 bonus as the winner of the Pyro Classic Fire's Open 2-Wheel Drive Power Stage. Now it's the front runner's turn to tackle the Pyro Classics Fire Power Stage, and Nigel Adams with co-driver Tanya Gwynn is first up in his Mitsubishi Evo 5.
Yes, and the road's looking pretty good here for Nigel.
Taraha farmer Graham Featherston up next. And after his earlier diff problems, Phil Campbell is back. He's into the power stage. On board with Nigel Adams, first of the top runners to approach the stage split point. 440.1 for Adams. Jeff Argyle currently third overall, still in that duel with Stuart Taylor. Argyle will push hard in here with Mason leading the rally.
He certainly will, because he's only a few seconds away from Stuart Taylor, but he knows the road well.
Featherston approaching the split.
0.2 of a second between him and Adams.
It's close. Here is Adams running down to the finish. 8:44 flat.
Nigel, first one through the power stage here, so you've set the benchmark time, 8:44.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, it was a pretty good stage for us there. We had a problem in the last stage. We pumped a whole lot of oil out, but we got back going again, so we've got oil pressure, so we'll keep going.
Stuart Taylor up next. What a rally he is having again. What else can you say about Stuart Taylor? He's won every Rally Xtreme rally he's started. Phil Campbell at the split, 3 seconds up on Featherston.
Graham, 8:42 through there, so at the moment you're a second place.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that was a pretty cool stage as well. Bit of mud in there, but if you keep your eyes open, yeah, it's not too bad.
Jeff Argyle in the Total Lubricants sponsored Mitsubishi approaching the mid-stage split now.
Well, this will be interesting. Look at him. He's 6 seconds quicker than anyone at the moment.
He'll be wanting to catch Stu Taylor. Look at him, he hates losing.
4 right, 60.
Rally leader Richard Mason, the last competitor on the start line. Mason has to be the hot favourite to win this one on his current speed today. Taylor in the Mitsubishi stage split.
0.1 of a second quicker than Argyle.
It's that close.
Phil, a few problems today.
Yeah, it hasn't been an ideal day for us. We had to change a dip on the side of the road, so it's going to cost us a big penalty. But at least we're out here, and our goal this weekend was just to get as many miles as we can and learn the car, and so far we're doing that, and we've been doing some not bad stage time, so we're happy.
This is the one to watch though, Richard Mason at the split. He is flying.
Well, look at him, he's 9 seconds quicker than anyone. He's on a mission here.
On board now with Jeff Argyle approaching the stage finish. 8:31.9.
He's the fastest so far. Jeff, you stopped the clock at 8:31, so you're quicker so far?
Yeah, I'm a lot more happier. We've got about 2/3 of our boost back and the car's going a lot better. And we're starting into it a bit better too.
Stu Taylor, he's now quickest, 8:28.4.
Stuart, you got to cross that line at 8:28. You're 3 seconds quicker than Jeff Argyle.
Oh, that's good to hear. These little bits are all going to make a difference for the last few stages. We gave it a very good push through there, and our teamwork's coming together well now. Cam's right on the money, and yeah, we had a great run.
But how's this? Richard Mason, 8:08.9.
Richard, through the power stage, you've nailed it. You've won it.
Woo! That's the way.
That's your first power stage at Xtreme anyway.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's just what we were after.
Looks like it's been a great day, isn't it? You've only got two strikes to go, and you're in there.
Oh, well, no talking too soon. 2 to go.
And with his win in the power stage, Richard Mason extends his rally lead over Stuart Taylor and Jeff Argyle, the top 3 finishing in the top 3 positions in the stage. As the rally draws to a conclusion, it was defending Club 4-Wheel Drive champion Marty Smith who took the honours in that class. Over Alan Smith, and after a good result also at Hawke's Bay, taking the class points lead. Rick Chalmers held a big lead in Club 2-Wheel Drive, however the Honda driver put the car off the road in Special Stage 7. This handed class victory to Tyson Jemmett in his Honda Civic. And second in Club 2-Wheel Drive was Greg Brown in his Honda Integra. Marcus Van Klink took top honours in Open 2-Wheel Drive. Despite the engine misfire late in the event, Van Klink also finished an impressive 9th overall. Anthony Jones, 3rd in class. And despite this spin, he leads the points tally overall after 2 rounds. Brent Taylor taking lessons from Jones with this spin in the same spot. Rex Visible pushed hard all day, however he put his Subaru off the road in special stage 6. And Daniel Alexander, he had a trying day in his Subaru. He was forced out of the overall standings due to mechanical issues. In only his second ever rally, Tyler Radovan brought his Mitsubishi home in 4th place in Pre-2000 four-wheel drive. And Brian Green climbed as high as 11th overall and enjoyed a battle with Dave Strong all day. However, mechanical problems stopped the Evo 10 within sight of the rally finish. After early problems, Tony McConaughey produced some very good stage times late in the event, 17th overall, while Sean Terry also produced some good times throughout the day to finish 1 place behind McConaughey. Dave Strong is getting more and more familiar with the repowered Ford Fiesta, 10th overall at the finish. And Carl Davies scores another top 10 finish in his Mitsubishi Evo 8, battling hard with Kingsley Jones and Marcus van Klink all day, finishing 8th. The battle between Jones, van Klink and Davies was a feature of the afternoon. Kingsley Jones, however, dug deep to head the other two, taking 7th overall.
That's not a good feeling, Dylan.
No rear brakes. You can't slow the car down.
In fact, he's just gone off here, isn't he?
He's sent the spectators running.
Well, not a good thing for late in the event.
So Nigel Adams having problems. Quinton Palmer produced one of the drives of the day, 6th overall, 2nd in Pre-2000 four-wheel drive. Back on board with a troubled Nigel Adams.
My man.
But he's trying a bit hard here at the end, isn't he, Dylan?
Tanya's having a yell at him, I think.
Well, he's looking really racy here.
He's ragged.
And a 4 right is your 2.
Lucky there's only a few more corners to go.
50. And a 2 right.
Oh, geez, watch my sign.
Well, I guess he's lucky to make the end here, but a good drive today.
He is. Look, it's hard to drive without brakes. You know, those cars don't slow themselves down.
Nigel Adams over the finish line, 5th overall, top honours for Pre-2000 four-wheel drive. Graham Featherston, once again a good solid drive, 4th overall for Featherston, now 3rd overall in the point standing after 2 rounds. Stuart Taylor couldn't match Richard Mason's blistering pace, however he was the best of the Rally Xtreme regulars. Taylor 2nd overall, now has a healthy points lead in the series after 2 rounds.
Stu, congratulations, 2nd place. I guess in one way you've been beaten at Xtreme, but 2nd place today.
Oh, we're really happy with that. It was a tough day out there. The road conditions were treacherous. Cam's done a marvellous job. I feel we've improved throughout the day, and it's great to get here. We had a tough battle with Jeff towards the end there, but we just got home.
Back on board with Jeff Argyle in the Total Lubricants Mitsubishi. Argyle tried hard all day, and judging by his pace here, he certainly didn't give up. The defending Rally Xtreme champion had to settle for 3rd place overall behind Mason and Taylor.
Jeff, congratulations. You're back on the podium for Rally Xtreme, 3rd place. Yeah, like we struggled in the morning. The car's getting better and I'm actually getting lots and lots better. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next rally now.
Yeah, but the problem is the next one is Tar Seal for you.
Yeah, I know. I might have to be collecting points there, but the next gravel one, watch out.
No doubt about the winner though, of round 2 of Rally Xtreme, Richard Mason, with all his experience and on his home event, he cruised to a comfortable rally victory. Fantastic effort from Richard and Sarah Mason.
Richard, you just got out of the car, and first off, congratulations, 5 times New Zealand champion, but also Rally Xtreme, first round you've competed in, and you come through and you won it. Well done.
Thanks, mate. You know, we thought we'd enter the Rally Xtreme this year and, just try our luck, see how things were. Some great competition going on in there, and, to win it straight off the bat is a fantastic way to start.
So it is Richard Mason taking out the 2nd round of the Total Lubricants LJ Hooker Rally Xtreme from Stu Taylor, Jeff Argyle, Graham Featherston, Nigel Adams and Quinton Palmer. And for the class results, Nigel Adams, Pre-2000 four-wheel drive, Marcus van Klink, Open 2-wheel drive, Marty Smith, Club 4-wheel drive, Tyson Jemmett, Club 2-wheel drive. And points after 2 rounds for Rally Xtreme, Stu Taylor 179, Jeff Argyle 159, Graham Featherston 153, the top 3. The Brian Green Properties driver of the day was Club 2-wheel drive, class winner Tyson Jemmett in his Honda Civic. Top points point scorer in the Wairarapa Automotive and Dyno Junior category was Max Bailey, bringing his Ford Fiesta home in 11th overall. And as the champagne flows for the winners, the next round is a full tarmac event in the Taranaki. See you there.